Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officers 24/7. My name is Amanjot and today we are going to practice on the questions which are related to the types of money. As we know there are different types of money, so we are going to discuss what are the different types of money is there. So the questions will be quite easy for today, but the concepts will be very important related to the types of money. So before starting the session, let me know am I audible to all of you, and the PPT is also visible. Is everything okay? Are we good to go? So let's start with the first question, in which we are going to discuss the types of money. There are different types of money. Whenever we are talking about money, what does money means? Money means simply the thing which is used for the exchange of goods and services or for the repayment of loan. So it is not mandatory that whenever we are talking about the money, it will always be the currency we are using in our country. It can be anything which can be used in to exchange the goods and services to fulfill our needs and wants, or to repay the loan. For example, if I am taking loan from the bank, it doesn't mean that I have to repay the loan in form of cash only. If I am not able to repay the cash to the bank, then I can provide the bank the security I have given for the collateral to the bank whenever I was taking loan from the bank. So whatever used as the exchange of goods and services, whatever used as the medium of exchange of goods and services, and for the repayment of loan, that is known as money. So money can be anything. It can be the currency which we are using, it can be any commodity, it can be any product which helping us to exchange our goods and services. Okay, so first of all, before starting the session, if you are new to this session, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications related to the upcoming sessions on Officers Adda 24/7. And if you haven't downloaded Adda 24/7 application yet, then do download it, because in this particular application you will get the quiz related to banking awareness, which will be very helpful for your PPB subject, because it will clear your concepts, it will clear your basics related to the topic. Okay, now one more information for all of you, that the English medium batch is starting from 16th of April, in which all the three subjects related to your JAIIB preparation will be in the form of English medium. You will get books with this particular batch also. Now this batch is starting from 16th of April, and from 18th of April we will start our PPB's classes, in which we are going to discuss conceptual understanding about each and every topic related to your modules. And important thing is, we are also going to practice MCQs in this particular batch. The batch is starting from 16th of April. If you haven't enrolled yet and if you want to enroll in this particular batch, you have to go to the Adda 24/7 application and you have to use a code for the discount, that is Y496. You can use this code to get 77% discount, and if you buy or if you purchase this particular batch from Adda 24/7 application, you will get 1% additional discount. It means by using this particular code, you will get 78% discount on the product. Okay, now let's start with the first question. The first question is asking about what is the defect of the barter system. What is the defect of the barter system? As I earlier told you that the questions level will be very easy for today, but focus on the concepts, focus on understanding what are the different types of money are there. Okay, so the first question is asking what is the defect of the barter system. Now what is barter system? Whenever we used to exchange our commodities to fulfill our needs and wants, that system was known as barter system, because earlier we do not have the currency system. Whenever we started trading, whenever we started using our we started using the exchange of goods and services, that system is known as barter system. And what was the need of introducing barter system? Because we do not have at that time the currency system, we do not have the reserve bank, or we do not have the certain currencies which we are using right now. That's why what we have to do, we have to exchange our goods and services with each other to fulfill our basic needs or to fulfill our needs. Okay, now let me know what will be the right answer. Kedar is saying D, that is all of these. We are asking about the defect of the barter system. Now what is barter system? Let's understand about the barter system. One second. In barter system, the people are exchanging their commodities. Exchange of goods, or we can say commodities. That is known as your barter system. For example, there are two people, A and B. A has rice and B has wheat. Now B needs the rice and A needs the wheat. Then what they have to do, they do not have any kind of currency, so they have to exchange their goods and services. Now what type of money this will be known as? Let's say, for example, if A is purchasing wheat by paying rice in that particular medium of exchange, then for A, rice will be money, but for A, this wheat will be commodity, because A is purchasing wheat by paying the rice to the B. Similarly, for B, wheat will be representing money and the rice will become the commodity for the B, because B is purchasing rice by paying wheat to the A. Okay, now this type of money which is used in the barter system, it is known as commodity money. It is known as commodity money because here the commodity itself represents the money. That's why it is known as commodity money. Now, what are the defect in the barter system? The right answer will be all of the above. Lack of double coincidence of bonds. Second, difficulty in measurement of value. Difficulty in store of value. Okay. So, all these were the difficulty or defect of the barter system. Now, what is barter system? We have discussed that barter system is the system where we are exchanging our commodities, where we are exchanging our goods and services with each other to fulfill our needs, to fulfill our basic needs or whatever the needs of the goods and services we have. Okay, now next thing is the currency, that money which we are using in the barter system is known as commodity money, because commodity money helps represents the commodity itself in the form of money. Let's say where we have example already, wheat is your commodity money and rice is also your commodity money, because by paying wheat and rice the persons are fulfilling their needs. The right answer will be D, that all of these are the defect of the barter system. Now, why we have stopped barter system and introduced the current system? This is the reason, because we know there will be lack of double coincidence of bonds, there will be difficulty in the measurement of value. For example, we are exchanging rice to purchase wheat. Now the value of both the commodities are very different, but still we do not have any other choice, so we have to exchange this commodity. The measurement of value will not be done quietly perfect. Next thing, difficulty in store of the value. You do not may be able to store the value of the commodities you are exchanging. The right answer will be your D option, that is all of these. Now next question is asking which among the following is the near money. Second question is asking about which of the following is the near money. Now there are different types of money, many types of money which we are using in the economy, and all the money is defined as per their uses. Okay. Now, which of the following is the near money? Is it bonds? Is it insurance policy? Is it securities, or all of the above? Now, first we have to know that what does this near money? What is this near money? It is very important to know that what is this near money. So, first of all, if we are talking about near money, it is also known as quasi money. It is also known as quasi money. Okay. Near money is also known as quasi money, or it refers to highly liquid asset. It is the highly liquid asset. Now, what does highly liquid asset means? It means simply you can convert easily to this type of money in form of cash. You can easily convert this type of money in form of cash. That is known as highly liquid asset, or that is known as highly liquid currency. Okay. And it means it can be easily converted into cash. Easily converted into cash. Second is D. Parul is saying D and Kedar is also saying D. Okay, what about rest? Now it is a short-term money market instrument and bank deposit, we can say. So the near money is used to determine different measures of money supply which are close substitute of money and which can be converted into cash very easily. So the right answer will be all of these. All of these are known as near money, because bonds, insurance policy, securities, these are the types of money which can easily be converted into your cash, or it is a short-term securities also. The right answer will be D, all of these. Okay. Now remember one thing, near money is also known as quasi money. It refers to the highly liquid asset and that can be rapidly converted into the cash in form of cash. It is a short-term money market instrument also. Okay. Now the next question is asking about, it is not money itself but something which represents the money. Now the type of money which is not money itself, it means you can't exchange this in the form of cash or in the form of money, but it will help you to represent the money. Whenever you are paying this type of money to any person, he or she will return you the money in exchange. So it is not money itself, but this is something which represents the money. Is it commodity money? Is it representative money? Is it fiat money? Or is it hot money? What will be the right answer? A, B, C or D? Now let me know what will be the right answer for the third question. A, B, C or D? See, first of all, it cannot be commodity money, because we know what is commodity money. Commodity money is simply the money which is used in the barter system. Okay, which is used in the barter system, that is your commodity money. It means where you are actually converting commodities, actually exchanging commodities with each other. It cannot be the commodity money. Okay, commodity money is used under the barter system, in which the people are exchanging goods and services with each other. It cannot be the commodity money. The right answer will be representative money. It can be anything which represents money. For example, your shares, bonds are also known as representative money, because whenever you are giving bonds to someone, whenever you are giving for example shares to someone, in return you will get money in for the exchange. Now that is known as representative money, because it is not money itself. What is it? Bond is not money. For example, shares is not money, debentures is not money, your check is not money. But whenever you are representing these instruments to any person, to any financial institution, you will get money in return. That's why it is known as representative money. Okay, so the right answer will be your B option, that is representative money. Now what is fiat money? Someone tell me. What is fiat money? We have already discussed what is commodity money. When the commodity itself represents the money is known as commodity money. Now what does fiat money means and what does hot money means? What is the different these type of money is known as? Fiat money and hot money. Let me know. What is fiat money and what is your hot money? If you do not know, then let me know that we don't know, so that we will discuss and we will move forward. Don't waste time in thinking or estimating. ये हो सकता है. See, first of all, what is commodity money? When the commodity itself represents the money is known as commodity money. Now what is fiat money? The currency to which government of India has provided legal tender. The currency to which government of India has provided the legal tender is known as fiat money. It means simply the currencies which is used in the circulation is known as fiat money. So the currency to which government has provided legal tender, that's why we are able to exchange goods and services on that currency, will be known as your fiat money. Now what is hot money? Hot money is the type of money which fluctuate recently, which fluctuate in the financial institution, or we can say which the currency which frequently transferred from one financial institution to another, and gives capital gain or high interest returns. So what is hot money? Hot money is simple, that money which frequently transfer from one financial institution to another, and it always generates capital gain for you, or it always gives high rate of returns on your investments. Let's say, for example, I had a certain money of rupee 10 lakh. I invested in the share market. I got return of 8% and I have transferred that money to the debentures and I got the return of 10%. Then I transferred my money to the mutual funds. I got return of 12%. Then I transferred my money to the real estate. I got 18% return on that investment. Now, whenever we are using our investments, we are using our money, which investing in the different financial institutions frequently. You are changing the investments of type of your investment frequently, and every time it creates capital gain for you, every time it gives you a high rate of returns, it will be known as hot money. And the opposite of hot money will be known as cold money, the money which is not transferring from one financial institution to another very frequently and do not generate high rate of interest for you or do not give you the capital gain returns. Okay, it means simply when we are talking about the money invested in the savings account will be known as cold money, because we have invested the money in the savings account which is giving us the what type of interest, like 3% maximum on below 1 lakh deposits. So whenever we are talking about cold money, the money which is not frequently transferred between the financial institutions, and second, it do not give high rate of returns on the investment. So hot money is that money which is generating income for you and you are transferring money from one financial institution to another, and just opposite of hot money will be known as cold money. Now the next question is asking about what are the alternative measures of money supply used by Reserve Bank of India in India. Now what are the different alternatives to measure the money supply in the economy which is used by the central bank of our country, that is Reserve Bank of India? Is it M1, is it M2, is it all of M3 and M4, or is it all of the above? What will be the right answer of the question number 4th? The alternatives to measure money supply in the market which is used by Reserve Bank of India, M1, M2, M3 and M4. These are also known as narrow money and broad money. Okay, M1, M2 are known as narrow money, and M3, M4 are known as broad money. These are the measures which used by Reserve Bank of India to understand what amount of money is present in the economy. Do answer your question by making sure that you are writing the question number also. What will be the right answer for the 4th question? Kedar is saying D, that is all of these. What about rest? Again, a very simple question. I have already told you that in today's session we are going to solve the very simple questions, but the concepts are important because all the types of money which are present in the economy are going to understand the types of money. Okay. So Kedar is saying D, Parul is also saying D. What about rest? C. The right answer will be all of the above, because M1, M2, M3, M4, both all the fours are known as alternative measures which is used by Reserve Bank of India to measure money supply in the economy. Now M1 as M2 is known as narrow money, M3 and M4 is known as broad money. So right answer will be your 4th, that is all of the above. Now what is M1, M2, M3, M4 we are going to discuss further. Okay. Now the first of all, if we are talking about M1, M1 includes the CU plus DD plus deposit with Reserve Bank of India. Deposit with Reserve Bank of India. Okay. Now this is M1, where CU stands for currency unit, in which all the money which is with the public in form of cash, notes or in form of coins will be covered under the currency unit. So CU stands for currency unit. Coins and notes with public will be covered under currency unit. Now DD stands for demand deposits, which covers the CASA, that is current account and savings account. Deposit with RBI. RBI has certain reserves with itself. RBI has CRR reserves with itself. All the reserves which are maintaining by Reserve Bank of India will be covered under the deposit with Reserve Bank of India. Now whenever we are talking about M2, M2 includes M1 plus post office savings. PO stands for post office savings. Now we know we have a certain accounts in which we can deposit our money, we can save our money in the post office also. Now all the savings investments which we are, all the savings we are doing in the post office will be covered under the M2. Now when it comes to the M3, it includes M1 plus term deposit M1 plus term deposit. Now term deposit includes your RAFA, that is recurring account or fixed account. So the notes and coins with public, the current and savings accounts, deposit with commercial bank, the deposit with Reserve Bank of India, and the deposit with commercial bank in form of RD and FD will be covered under the M3. Now when we are talking about M4, M4 equals to M3 plus post office savings, but from this post office savings we have to exclude NSC. Now what does NSC stands for? NSC stands for National Savings Certificates. NSC stands for National Savings Certificate. So we have to cover all the savings we have done in the post office, public has done in the post office, but we have to exclude the National Savings Certificates investments which were done under the post office. So these are the 4 alternative measures which are used by Reserve Bank of India to measure what amount of money supply is in the market. Okay, so M1 and M2 is known as your narrow money, M3 and M4 is known as your broad money. Whenever we are talking about liquidity, highly liquid assets, so M1 is the highly liquid asset because the currency unit which is with the public in the form of cash, with the form of notes and coins are in form of cash. Demand deposit, current account and savings account covers the cash of the public and it can be withdrawal on the demand of the public, so it can be easily converted in the cash. Now deposit with the RBI is also in the form of cash, that's why M1 is the highly liquid asset. M1 is the highly liquid asset in the alternative measures of money supply. After M1 we have M2, then we have M3 and then we have M4. So the least liquid asset will be your M4 because it covers your RD and FD in M3 and it covers your FD and RD in post office also. That's why it is a lowest liquid asset in all the alternative measures of money supply. Okay, so these are the 4 types of money supply measures used by Reserve Bank of India to define what money is available in the market. Now, which of the following is the narrow measure of money supply? Which of the following is the narrow measure of money supply? Following is the narrow measure of money supply. A, B, C or D? Answer for the 5th question will be Kedar is saying M1, Parul is saying C, that is also M1. What about rest? Mohit is saying B, that is M3. Okay, I have told you right now that there are 4 types of alternative measures of money supply, that is M1, M2, M3. M1 and M2 is known as narrow money, M3 and M4 is known as broad money. So the right answer will be M1 because there is no M2. So M1 will be used as the narrow measure of money supply by Reserve Bank of India. So Mohit, right answer will be your C option, not the B option. Okay, it will be your M1. Next, which of the most liquid measure of the money supply? Most liquid measure of the money supply, M1, M2, M3, M4, all the 4 are given. What will be the right answer? Do write the question number also, okay? Okay, everyone is saying with M1, correct, because highly liquid asset is the form of M1, but because it covers all the cash in the money supply measure. Okay, so the right answer will be your M1. Now, when was the minimum reserve system started in India? When was the minimum reserve system started in India? Let's discuss what is this minimum reserve system. First of all, RBI is the central bank of our country. RBI is the apex bank of our country, which has started working on 1st April 1935. RBI started working in the year 1st April 1935. Before this, RBI was not printing paper currency in India. Then who is printing the paper currency before 1935? So it was printed by the British government of India. They were using the Paper Currency Act 1861, by which they were printing the paper currency in our country. But RBI has started printing the paper currency in our country from the year 1935. and RBI has introduced rational reserve system in the year 1935. Okay, and after replacing the rational reserve system, RBI has introduced minimum reserve system, that is also known as MRS, which is right now we are using, till present we are using this method to print currency in our country. Okay, now what is the year when RBI has introduced the minimum reserve system? So first of all, before RBI, the British government of India used to print all the paper currency for our country under the Paper Currency Act 1861. Now RBI started printing currency from its establishment year, that is 1935, 1st April. And RBI used rational reserve system first, then RBI replaced that rational reserve system with minimum reserve system. Idar is saying don't know, Mohit is saying 1956. The right answer here 1957. Till 1935 to 1957 we used rational reserve system, and after that we have used from 1957 till present the minimum reserve system. Now what is the difference between these two systems? In rational reserve system, RBI has said that if you want printing of currency, then whatever amount we are printing of currency, the amount of a gold of 40% should be given as a reserve to Reserve Bank of India by Government of India. So in a rational reserve system, government have to give the 40% amount of the costing of the currency which we are going to make RBI to print for the country in form of gold reserves. So Government of India has to give 40% of the reserves in form of gold to Reserve Bank of India. Then RBI give us the currency which we wanted to provide the currency in the economy. Okay, it means that whatever the cost we are having of the currency printing, of that cost 40% amount will be given to RBI as form of gold. Okay, it means, for example, let's say we are printing currency of cost 1000 rupee. Okay, we are talking about the costing, we are not talking about the value of currency. I am not saying that we are printing 1000 rupee note. I am saying that we are printing currency and the cost of that printing of currency is rupees 1000. Okay, so whenever we are printing currency and the cost of printing that currency is 1000 rupee, RBI has to take or Government of India has to pay 40% amount of that particular costing in form of gold to Reserve Bank of India. It means Government of India give 400 rupee of gold to Reserve Bank of India, and after that RBI will print 1000 rupee costing currency. It can be of any note, it can be any currency which can be printed in amount of 1000 rupee. It was the rational reserve system which we used from 1935 to 57. After that we have launched minimum reserve system in 1957, in which RBI has given a minimum reserve of 200 crores which will be divided into two parts, 85 crores and am I audible? Let me know. Am I audible? Is the screen is visible to all of you? Yes or no? Yes, everything is okay right now. Okay, so we were discussing minimum reserve system. What is minimum reserve system? RBI has given 200 crores of capital by Government of India, in which RBI will divide 85 crores and 115 crores in form of gold and foreign securities. Whenever we are talking about 85 crores, RBI has to maintain gold about of 85 crore. Okay, it means that RBI has to maintain the gold reserves and the foreign currency reserves, foreign asset reserves with itself to print the currency for the country. Okay, so under the minimum reserve system, RBI has given 200 crore by Government of India, out of which RBI maintained 115 crore gold reserve and 85 crores foreign assets, which covers the foreign currency and foreign securities also. And with this 200 crore reserves, RBI provide currency to our country since 1957 till present. Okay, so these are the two systems which used by Reserve Bank of India to print currency in our country. First was National Reserve System, started in 1935, ended in 1957. Second is Minimum Reserve System, started in 1957. Still we are using this particular system to print the currency. Okay. Now the next question is, which of the following is not the part of foreign currency reserves? Which of the following is not a part of foreign currency reserves? A, B, C, D, or which of the following will be the right answer? Is it gold holdings? Is it SDR? Is it RTP? Is it silver holdings? What will be the right answer? The right answer for this is very good, that is silver holdings. Silver holdings will not be covered under your foreign currency assets. First is gold holdings, second is RTR, third is RTP. Apart from this, we have foreign currency assets, which is maintained under the foreign currency reserve, which is regulated by Reserve Bank of India, which is managed by Reserve Bank of India in our country. So the foreign currency reserves covers all the gold holdings, all the special drawing rights, RTPs, and your foreign currency assets. RTP stands for reserve transposition, which is the which tells us about the quotas maintaining by the country with IMF, International Monetary Fund, and SDR stands for special drawing rights, which is also known as unit account of IMF and the basket of currency. There are 5 currencies under the basket of currency of SDR, that is US dollar, euro, yen, pound, and renminbi. The latest currency which added in your basket of currency was, first of all, renminbi, added in the year 2016 October. Okay. The next question is asking, which of the following is not near money? Which of the following is not near money? Is it paper notes? Is it treasury bills? Is it bond? Or is it bill of exchange? Which of the following is not a near money? We have already discussed near money. Near money is also known as quasi money. That is a highly liquid asset. It can be converted into cash. It is a short-term money market instrument also. So is it paper notes, is it treasury bills, is it bonds, or is it bill of exchange? What will be the answer of 9th question? Those candidates who are live in the session, do like the session and do share the session with your colleagues and your friends who are also preparing for JAIIB exam. Okay. And the new batch for English medium is starting from 16th of April. Don't forget that, in which we are going to discuss all the concepts and we are going to practice the questions. So the right answer will be here, the paper notes, because paper notes are not the part of near money. Near money is the money which is also known as quasi money and which can be highly converted in form of cash. Now, you can't convert paper notes in the form of cash. They are also already a cash. So the right answer will be your paper notes. It is not the near money. Okay. Now the next question is asking about the currency to which Government of India has given legal tender is known as. I have already told you the answer of this question. Which of the currency is the currency to which Government of India has provided the legal tender? That's why we are using these currencies as a medium of exchange in our country. Is it fiat money? Is it paper money? Is it cold money? Or is it hard currency? What will be the right answer? Parul is saying fiat money. Okay. What about rest? The currency to which Government of India has provided legal tender will be known as your Fiat money. Right answer will be of fiat money. Or we can say the currency in circulation. We can also say the currency in circulation is known as fiat money. Okay, because whatever currency we are using in the market to exchange goods and services, that is the currency given by Reserve Bank of India and given legal tender by Government of India. That's why we are able to use that currency. Let's say we are using 2000 rupee note, 500 rupee note, 100 rupee note, 200 rupee note. Why we are able to exchange these currency notes in the economy? Because Government of India has provided a legal tender to these currency. If we are talking about the old notes, that is 500 and 1000, that was demonetized by Government of India in the year 2016. We can't use that currencies as a medium of exchange in the market because Government of India has not given the legal tender or has taken back the legal tender of the old 500 rupee note and 1000 rupee note in the year 2016. At the time, Government of India has done the demonetization of the currency. Okay, so the right answer will be of fiat money. Now, what is paper money? We know all about the paper money. Now, what is cold money? I have already told you, it is the opposite of your hot money. Cold money is the money which is invested in only one financial institution for a long period of time and not generating a high rate of return for you. Now, what is hard currency? Someone will tell me what is hard currency? What is hard currency? Let me know. Which currency will be known as hard currency? If you don't know the answer, then let me know that we do not know, so that we will discuss and we will move forward. What is hard currency? See, whenever we are talking about hard currency, three things which you have to learn or three things which you have to remember about the hard currency is that the first thing is that the hard currency is the currency which is demandable in international market. Demandable in international market. The currency which is demandable in international market will be known as your hard currency. Okay, and the second important key point related to hard currency, that the currency which is easily convertible currency. It means you can easily convert the currency in any other currency. That currency will be known as hard currency. And the another key point which is related to hard currency is that this currency is universally acceptable. Universally acceptable. Okay, the universal acceptance of this currency will be available with the hard currency. So the hard currency is the currency which is demandable in international market. It means whenever we are doing the foreign trade, whenever we are exchanging the currencies with other countries' currencies, highly demandable currency will be known as hard currency. Second is this currency is easily convertible. Let's say for example dollar is the demandable currency in international market, and dollar is easily convertible. You can convert dollar in any other currency very easily. And next thing is universally acceptable. No, there is no country which can reduce to accept the dollars, because they all know we require dollars in our foreign reserves. If you do not have sufficient dollars, your imports will become costlier. So that's why the dollar is the universally acceptable currency. So the currency which confirms, or the currency which fulfill all these key points, will be known as hard currency. Now opposite of soft currency will be known as your the currency which is not demandable in international market, the currency which is not easily convertible in any other currency, the currency which is not universally acceptable. Okay, so simply hard currencies opposite will be known as soft currency, and you have to just do the opposite of these three conditions for the soft currency. Let's say Pakistani rupiah. Pakistani rupiah is a type of soft currency because it is not demandable in international market. It is not easily convertible. No country is ready to accept the Pakistani rupee. That's why that currency will be known as hard currency. Now we have discussed the certain questions. Let's understand first of all what are the different types of money are there, which we have not discussed in this particular session. So first of all, what is money? If we are talking about the money, money is simply the thing which can be used to exchange of goods and services and for the repayment of loan. So it doesn't matter that money should be in the form of currency note, money should be in the form of cash, money should be in the form of notes. Money can be anything which can be used as a medium of exchange for the goods and services and for the repayment of loan. Now the first type of money is known as your commodity money. Now commodity money is simply the money which the commodity which represents the money itself, which is used in the barter system. The second type is representative money. It is not money itself, but something that represents money, like check, like shares, like bonds will be your representative money. Now next is commercial banks money. Commercial banks money is simply the money which can be claimed on the financial institution to exchange goods and services. Let's say, for example, whatever money of mine will be deposited in the bank is known as commercial bank money, because whenever I want that money returned, I can claim to the commercial bank. Now that money will be known as commercial bank money. Now the fourth is fiat money. Fiat money means the money to which Government of India has given the legal tender, or you can say the currencies which are in the circulation will be known as fiat money. Now the next is your hot money. Hot money means that money which is frequently transferred from one financial institution to another, and it generates interest return, high interest return every time for you. Now the opposite of hot money is known as cold money. Now the cold money is money which is not frequently transferred between the financial institution and do not generate high rate of returns for you. Next we have discussed hard currency. The hard currency which is easily convertible, which is universally acceptable, which is highly demandable in international market. Now another one is soft currency, which is not demandable, which is not easily convertible, which is not universally acceptable. Apart from this, we have a different type of currencies also, that is known as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also known as virtual currency, digital currency, electronic cash, or it is not issued by a central bank. There is no single administrator of Bitcoin because it is not issued by a central bank. It is not backed by any government. Okay, so that's why Bitcoin is decentralized digital currency. What does decentralized means? It means it do not have a single administrator to regulate the Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin is also a type of money. Now next we have narrow money. In narrow money we have simply M1 and M2. Then we have broad money. That in broad money we have simply M3 and M4. Okay. Now next, these are the certain types of money which are very common to know. So you have to remember what are the different types of monies are there. Okay. So this is all for today. Let me know how much you have done correctly out of 10 questions. Out of 10, how much you have done correct. Now if you are new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you by the channel. And if you have not downloaded the Adda 24/7 application, do download it and start practicing banking awareness questions, because it will be helpful for to know the basic knowledge of the topics related to your principles and practices of banking. Now if you have not liked the session yet, then do like the session and share with your colleagues and friends who are also preparing for JAIIB. Okay. Now the batch which is starting from 16th of April, it will be your English medium batch. With books, you will get the books here also, and to get the 78% discount, you have to purchase this particular batch from Adda 24/7 application, and you can use the code that is Y496 to get the 78% discount on this particular product. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you all for joining and stay safe.